Hello and welcome to another Titan Quest speedrunning tutorial. In this video I will cover the Glitchless Typhon category, and I will do that by using the Rune-route, which is the more difficult but faster route of the game. We currently use two different routes for the Glitchless Typhon category. One is the Earth route. I recommend that one for beginners. If you're new to the Titan Quest speedrunning, I would recommend you to use the Earth route. I already made a video on that, so you can check it out. I'll link it in the description. And now we will cover the more advanced route, the Rune route. I would recommend to first do some runs in the Earth route, and if you feel safe and know a bit about the game, also know a bit where some enemy locations are, then you can switch over to the Rune route. So I will do a full run of the game. Well, I will run to Typhon because that's the target to reach for the category. And while running, I will provide a full commentary on what I'm doing, and I will try to cover everything what the category has to offer, at least for this particular run. I always have to, well, kind of react on what the game gives me, so I hope I can cover most of the stuff that is important for the run. If you have any questions, you can always ask them in the description below, or you can join the Titan Quest Speedrun Discord server. I will also link the Titan Quest leaderboards in the description. And yeah, you can find the Discord server linked from the leaderboards. So yeah, either you can ask in the comments or you can join the Discord. We're multiple runners on the Discord server, and we're always happy to see new faces, and we're always happy to discuss some new strategies. So yeah, it's a really good place to ask questions there. So yeah, let's hop into the run. Let's just delete this one and make another character. I will always recommend you to use the female character, because the male character has a glitched movement animation, which causes the male character to sometimes get a ton of movement speed when using two throwing weapons. For this particular run, I will not use any throwing weapons. However, it just makes it far more easier to watch the run and to verify the run for the leaderboard if you just don't use a male character. So it's always better for the glitchless category to use the female character to be sure that you cannot run into the glitched movement speed animation. Yeah, so let's just hop into the run. Timing starts as soon as I start walking with the character, so I have a little bit of time. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. So let's see, there's no spear here. You can check these enemies here if they have a spear, because we will need one. They don't have, so I will just talk to Diomedes to activate these guards. They will now fight some monsters on the bridge. Meanwhile, we activate the portal and get 4 health potions, and we sell our dagger. And one of the enemies here will always drop a torch, and that's important for us, because the torch is one of the best early game weapons, and that's why we will use it. There's always one monster on the bridge that drops a torch, so you can always sell the dagger from the beginning. And when you pick up the torch, then you just equip it immediately, so that's a bit faster. Also, you can get a leather harness. That's a little bit on the lucky side if you get one. I didn't get one right on the bridge, but that enemy looks good. Yeah. So let me get this enemy, and then let's get the shaman. Always try to Well, the shaman will always run away from you, so just to try to push him into a wall, then it's rather unlucky that he runs away. So get all the drops from the shaman, get all the drops from the chest. And get back to Hylos. Yeah, and rather important, try to keep some of the stuff here, but brown energy. Ah, that were these. So they give some. So these armlets, they gave some life regeneration. However, we can't need life regeneration in this run, so it's better to just not use these. I'll just check for a shield maybe. Yeah, that's good. And the rest in potions. We will use the Rune Mastery, and we will use the first 2 in the Mastery and 1 point in the runic weapon, which we will equip immediately. That one gives us a little bit of extra damage, not that much. It's more important for the first upgrade. Our first points go into health, and we get a Shrine of Experience. That's really, really good. So Shrine of Experience is one of the best things you can get. If you get a Shrine of Experience or a battle marker, it's always good to clear this area right on top of it. That's good. Because you get a lot of experience from here now. If you don't get a battle marker or a Shrine of Experience, don't bother going here, just run past everything. If you get a Frost Shrine, you can clear up the enemies up here. That's just some harpies. Yeah, the Harpy Crone is normally why I don't go here. If you get a Frost Shrine, you deal enough damage to get these quite easily. If you don't get it, you can also run past there and go directly here. And we want to do this side quest just to get the experience and get level 3 as fast as possible. That should be enough, it is. So we get 2 more points in the Mastery and 1 point in the Magical Charge. And we have a Shrine of Mastery. That's talking about good luck here. That's nice. So 2 more points into health. Then we can do some stuff with intelligence. So we will kill this one. Yeah. And we already deal a ton of damage, and that's because of the damage retaliation of the magical charge. Well, we have a Shrine of Mastery, so the damage is a little bit higher than we normally get it. Because the Shrine of Mastery improves the damage of the magical charge, obviously. So yeah, another Shrine of Mastery. Are you kidding me? Okay. We get a ton of experience here. So yeah, the damage retaliation is quite important. The magical charge gives us damage retaliation, so as long as we are attacking with the runic weapon, we have the damage retaliation active, which means... That's interesting. Which means that we that each time an enemy attacks us in melee combat, this enemy receives a fixed amount of damage. Another Shrine of Mastery. You are kidding me, right? So yeah. So we have to look for melee ranged enemies. For melee enemies. And the ranged enemies, they don't get any damage from us. But yeah. The melee enemies, they get a ton of damage when they attack us, and That's why I normally want to, if I have a group where when there are 1 or 2 ranged enemies and a bunch of melee enemies, I want to attack the ranged enemies with my normal attacks, and when the melee enemies also come to us and attack us, they will get some more damage. So that's the strat I normally use. So I will also get a... yeah, that's not good. And intelligence 70, it's okay.
If I look what?
Yeah, so we need staff for the second slot. We will use 2 different slots. Oh, that's good. I can use the spear more than the torch. As I said, we will need a spear later in the game. From level 8 on, we will need a spear. So it's good that we found one. So yeah, you always want to be level 4 by the time you reach Nasus, because that's a rather good, yeah. Nasus just deals a ton of damage and you always want to give him some damage back. And yeah, the damage retaliation is one of the keys to get Nasus down fairly quick. So yeah. So as I said, the damage retaliation, each time he attacks us while we attack him, he gets some extra damage. Well, it's not that that low on damage, so it's actually quite an amount of damage that the enemies get when they attack us. So yeah, that's the main strategy for us to get experience in the early part of the game. We will just abuse the magical charge and yeah, try to attack bigger groups of enemies at the same time. It's energy again. Energy is one of the most useless stats that you can get. Do I even get some resistance? Nope, 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 nope. Dexterity, strength, pierce resistance, lightning resistance. If we happen to find life, that's a very important stat. So we want to get some points in life. Actually, I need to talk to this guy also. And we spent the 1 skill point that we get from Leonidas in the Rune of Life. That's rather important. It gives us a little bit more movement speed. So now we can start getting through here. And it's always important to attack enemies, because then the other melee enemies will just die almost automatically. The damage, you see the damage is already quite high. It will get even higher rather soon. So yeah. Shroud of Thorns. By the way, Thorns is also a damage retaliation, but it's not an elemental damage retaliation, it's bleeding damage. So it stacks on top, but it's not that, yeah, it's not that important to get. It's okay-ish to get a Shroud of Thorns, but I would really prefer Mastery Shrines or Battle Markers there. So yeah, 1 more point in Intelligence, please. Then we can use this one. Health regeneration per second. Technically we could use it now, but we soon won't be able to use it. So I don't want to use it right now. 2 Boar Riders, not good. That camp is normally a bit more on the friendly side. Okay, so let's see how we can do here. Here's a Boar Rider. Always attack the ranged enemies and let the melee enemies kill themselves. Actually, the Boar Rider didn't take any damage. No, okay, now we got him. So yeah, actually also the magical charge gives you a little bit of damage on your own attacks. So if you attack the enemy once and then start attacking when the runic weapon is active, you get a really good damage boost on the second hits. You can see it right there. And we have a battle marker here. The battle marker is, well, not that important. It's good, it's decent for some extra damage, but also not the best thing you can get. Experience would be the best thing to get right now. Then again, these witches, I would never fight them if I didn't have a battle marker, so the main reason why I just killed them was the battle marker. So we have these types of enemies. That's not nice because they deal a rather high amount of damage, but we can work around it. We're standing next to a regeneration shrine. And yeah, these enemies also often have just too many ranged enemies amongst them. Okay, that's good. So let's see how we do against the sailors, drowned sailors. That's good. The drowned sailors are a bit tricky because we want enemies to attack us. However, these drowned sailors, they deal so much damage that it's rather tricky to just go against them. Same goes for the turtles. I don't really like the turtles on this run. So yeah, some more points into intelligence and some more points into the magical charge. So yeah, always remember to get this guy here. If you talk to him, you will get a... Yeah. If you talk to this guy, you will get a quest, and if you have the quest and get to some boxes or some chests, these chests give you also a bit of experience. So it's always worth to talk to this guy. Frost Marrow. I don't want to fight him. Shrine of Thorns. Oh, the battle marker I would have turned around and fight that hero. So yeah, that's okay-ish. Some more damage, and we we only have 13 health potions. That's not good. I hope I can get to Ambrosos. On these potions. Yeah. Now it's starting. Now these enemies are starting to annoy me. Also the turtles as well. Yeah. You saw that I almost died there. That's because these soldiers just deal far too much damage. And we get the turtles to the chests again. That's really annoying because We don't want to fight the turtles. But we want to get these items here. Now we're out. So that's good. Intelligence, energy, lightning resistance, intelligence is better. Yep. Okay, we got 6 potions left. That should be enough. Shrine of Mastery. Now I can get back at the turtles. Okay. And I forgot to recast the Rune of Life. That's always important. So that's a little bit unfortunate right now. I still have half of a Shrine of Mastery left while getting to the next one. If a shrine is already active and you find another one of the same type, you don't get the buff refreshed. It just stays there, so the second is basically wasted. I could have waited until the first one ran off to get a little longer Shrine of Mastery. But it's just not worth the time waiting there. So, fire resistance is... Oh, actually it's fire resistance, that's good.
I see you've traveled a long road, stranger. Come, have a look. I might have something to suit your needs.
Yeah. Energy regeneration. I'm always looking for movement speed, but yeah, there were some movement speed boots, but they were strength based. So I would need a ton of strength to use these. Yeah. I know why I normally don't do that. I don't fight them. So that so there was an enemy that has a net to root me, and the other enemies in the group, they deal quite a fair amount of damage. You can get around it, but especially the Elder. If the Elder places a battle standard, then it's even worse for us. So it's normally not worth the risk fighting there. So yeah, that was totally on me. So yeah, another matter of health regeneration. I actually can equip them for the time being. 3 more points into that. 48 health. I think the fire resistance on the shield is better than health actually. So yeah, some more points into intelligence here. And I'm just level 7 right now, which is not good. I should be around level 8 when I get to Delphi. So I still need to get some enemies down.
Well, I don't get many visitors. Greetings, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Bye now.
That was kinda obvious that we don't get any good stuff from him. Because we just can't equip it. So let's get back to this fountain and let's see. That's always a good camp to clear. Quite solid. Shrine of Healing, nothing special. Okay. So we are a little bit low on experience right now, but that's fine. Get some more experience here, and we can just run past everything else. Actually, we can get some more damage down here. And we can get some more damage right there. Okay. I guess it's okay. So now in Delphi, we always want to go to the Oracle. That's a good boost in experience. And always remember when I'm splitting to get this waypoint.
I sell to the wise and powerful. Are you sure you should be shot by? Yes?
Okay, no movement speed. I'm always looking for movement speed boots. It's not really that much needed. In the other route, it's one of the most important things you can have. Here in this route, it's good to have movement speed, especially early on. If you can get some decent movement speed boots from Sparta, or even I sometimes have a run where the Satyr Shaman, the very first boss enemy, drops them. That's really, really good if you can get them. That can save you a ton of time. But we will soon enter the stage where you don't really need movement speed. At least we don't need movement speed from boots to get faster through the run. So yeah, most of the enemies here in the cave are not melee enemies, so it's quite tricky to get through the cave and still get some points in experience. That's good. Resistance, intelligence, that's better than the stuff that we're wearing. Limos are always enemies you want to dodge, so I guess I can't go for any more enemies there. I can get these. That was a little bit of a tricky play. I knew that these enemies could deal enough damage to kill me, but I actually counted on on the fact that I actually count on the fact that I'm close to a level up. And I received some damage there. So I just took some really interesting skills. The first one, I reached level 8, so I can now take the Hunting Mastery. And in the Hunting Mastery, I used 1 point in the Mastery and 1 skill point into the takedown. And that's really important because the takedown is a really good boost for the movement speed. So you will see me dashing a lot, and you can actually interrupt the dash if you click on the floor and move your character to another location while the character is dashing. You can do that, but you have to do it a little bit amount of time before the character actually reaches the enemy that you dashed on. So you can actually use that, and then you can cancel the whole movement, and you can get some extra movement speed just for a short amount of distance for the dash. And that's one thing that I will do constantly throughout the run. So I will also kill Rotbone here. That's good. Some green weapons, that's some good money. The battle marker is actually good, because I want to dash through as fast as possible, and I will now try to get the first Gorgon with the battle marker still active. That could save me a lot of time in this fight, because 2 out of the 3 enemies here are actually ranged. Come on, get down here. You don't want to fight all 3 of the Gorgons at once, so I want to... Oh yeah, that's good. That's almost the whole boss with the battle marker active. Nice, that's 1. Come on. I know you want me. So now I can show you the hard mode. Steno in particular deals some really good damage and also has the takedown, as you just saw. So yeah. One thing I didn't mention right now, up to now, is the Sacred Rage. I also put some skill points into the Sacred Rage. That's a really interesting passive skill from the Rune Mastery. And what it does, it basically gives me more stats when my health is low. So as long as my health is below 40% of the maximum health that I have, I get extra movement speed, extra cooldown reduction, extra mana regeneration, and yeah, that's I think that's about it. So I will do one thing because I forgot it. Make sure you never forget it. When you head to Megara, make sure to talk to Timon. He will give you an extra stash for your inventory, an extra inventory bag.
Yes, a good day.
And that's really important to have. So I normally take it, but I actually forgot it here. So yeah, I also now remove the life regeneration because for now the Sacred Rage doesn't really do that much because it's only level 1. But we will now put the next skill points into the Sacred Rage, and what that does, it boosts the stats of the that we get from the Sacred Rage to a limit where we want to be constantly below 40% of our health. So we will actually take intentional damage and
Can I help you?
And try to stay below the health threshold. I also see if I can get some health rings here. 58, 145, that's good. Okay.
Thank you.
That should be enough.
Yes?
Nope.
Shop again.
So yeah, now we want to be below 40% of our maximum health. We currently have 875, so it's about 9. So yeah, 9 times 4 is 360 roundabout. And that's the really tricky part, because we have 800 or 900 health, but we want to stay below a threshold to have the Sacred Rage active. Right now it doesn't really matter that much. It's only level 1, as I said. That's only 10% total speed, so only also 10% movement speed, which is fine. But if we max it out at level 10, that value will become 42%. And 42% movement speed is nothing to joke about. It's 2/3 of the maximum movement speed almost. It's almost 2/3 of the maximum movement speed that you can get anyways. So yeah, it's a little bit too many enemies behind me for from my point of view. Yeah, but just let's take the level up, get some more into the Sacred Rage, and also remember to use the takedown. I'm commentating so much that I can't even focus on the takedowns right now. So yeah, the takedowns are quite important because it's important for the takedowns that you have a decent amount. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. So for the takedowns, you should have a good knowledge of the game, because if you know where the spawns of the enemies are located, you can anticipate where some enemies should be, and then you can just hover your mouse over the place where the enemies should be, and hopefully you get some enemies.
Once I sell everything I've got, Athena,
And that's really important if you can get it down. So yeah, I think I'm still a little bit low on experience. Would be good if I got some experience. Maybe level 10 would be nice before getting to Alistar. But these enemies don't really give that much. Okay. Two ranged enemies with one melee. That's also not good. I can actually kill that one. So that looks quite okay-ish from the amount of experience that I'm getting. Yeah, can do that. Do these. Okay. So let's get down here. Yeah. Also only ranged enemies. That's not good. Yeah, I'm just taking out enemies manually because I want to get some more experience. Normally I would like to be level 10 before Alistar, but I guess I won't get that. Yeah. So yeah, Alistar is one of the most annoying enemies in this type of run. So yeah, Alistar is a ranged enemy, so you don't give him any damage from damage retaliation. So one of the best things you can do is just get some points on a Sacred Rage, stay below the 40% health, and attack him with the empowered attacks from the magical charge. Yeah. And I was a bit gambling there on the damage, but it didn't work out. So I have to get down to the boss room again. Can't dash here because there are barely any enemies left. So yeah, it's also smart, by the way, to let one of the ranged enemies be alive here. You get some extra damage from it, but you don't have to bother about them if they get recast. If one is still alive, he won't summon any new ranged minions. So that should be it. Come on. Yep.
Mysterious war.
Okay. So some more points into health. I normally aim for about 100 intelligence and the rest of the my attribute points goes directly into health. That's the way I'm normally doing it.
The beasts have claws and teeth, but you have fire. You have Zeus-like bolts to throw.
And I actually don't get any stuff with movement speed. So yeah, that way I can show you how a run without any movement speed bonus looks. Which is also a good thing, on the other hand. So yeah, level 10 would be nice because I really want to be level 11. Before I get to the Minotaur. So that's why I'm taking a little bit more time to farm some experience here. But most of the enemies here are ranged again. Actually, if you have noticed, I also put three more points into the mastery. I did the 3 more points in the mastery because I want to have a decent amount of mastery points for the skill reset. We will do a skill reset quite soonish. So I need some mastery points. I will put some skill points in the mastery after the reset anyways. So it's faster to do it right now. Or it's cheaper to do that to do the masteries right now, and we won't lose that much time from it. Okay.
Forgot something.
Yeah. Don't get anything from them. Oh, experience shrine, that's good. Yeah, so most of the skeletons are again ranged enemies. I don't think I can fight him. Maybe I can. No, I can't. Better not fight him. That was a little bit of limit testing. Just ignore it. Actually, I can fight him. That's okay. Here we have some more enemies, and let's get them down. Yeah, so we're almost at the point of experience where I want to be. That's good. Actually, I can get down these as well. Yeah. But the Automatoi normally it isn't really interesting to get the Automatoi down. Because the Minotaurs that are in the labyrinth and the demons that are in the labyrinth give a little bit more experience on time investment. Because these Automatoi, they have a really high amount of hit points. They are really tanky and you don't really want to fight them. So I'm now mostly using my dashes to get faster through the labyrinth. I should get some damage. Oh yeah, maybe I can do it here. Not that much damage, to be fair. Didn't say that. Already 4 deaths in this run. I have to say I'm not really focused on the run. Normally when you do this category you should really stay focused on what you're doing. I didn't, and that's what kills me, literally. Because you always play on a high risk, high reward when using this this route. I almost triggered the Sacred Rage. Yeah, that should do it. And I can't keep it on. That's a shame. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, right now we get 22% total speed from the Sacred Rage. Which means 22% movement speed, which is 1/3 of the maximum movement speed bonus that you can get at all. And yeah, that's quite a good amount. Yeah, the Sacred Rage is also the reason why we even try to use the Rune Mastery, because the movement speed bonus that you can get is just ridiculous. And that's also the reason why the Rune Mastery is faster than the Earth Mastery, even if you die 3 or 4 times more throughout a run. Or maybe even 5 or 6 times more deaths. Depending. Well, not even 5 or 6. I mean, you can die about 3 times the amount of deaths in the Earth Mastery than the Earth route. 3 times, that's reasonable. But I really exaggerated a bit with the 5 or 6. So yeah, some more enemies. Now it's getting interesting. How much money do I have? I think I should check these. And maybe get some... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just want That's okay. I actually just wanted these drops. Yeah, didn't get any drops, okay. So, now we have the Minotaur as our enemy. The Minotaur is quite interesting, because it's a really dangerous enemy, but you really want to take it head on. Yeah, and that's the reason why you want to take it head on, because it deals itself a ton of damage. It deals you a ton of damage, but it deals itself even more damage. By the way, it doesn't matter if you attack the trap or the Minotaur. So yeah, as I mentioned in the other video, the Minotaur has this tremor-like skill. It has a rather fixed cooldown, and the Minotaur spams it on cooldown, so you can give a rather good estimation when the next tremor skill will come. You always want to dodge it. If you stand in the middle of it, it's not really good. So yeah, that fight is quite good doable. Just want some loot here, because now we will do some extra stuff. Energy is not good. So now we will get back to... Oh, actually, I should revert that. I want to get these down, these statues. That's actually, we figured out, well, I figured out in the last review of my last run, that this is actually the fastest method to do it. So that's actually the first time that I'm using it as well. Yeah, I just should know that if I place down a portal, I'm blocked from using potions. So I wanted to lay down the portal and then use a potion before I hit yes. And yeah, that's what killed me there. So we actually want to kill the two statues there. And after we kill the statues, right after that, we want to get into the portal and head for Delphi. Why Delphi? There is a mystic there. And that mystic allows us to refund our skill points. So yeah, now we lay down the portal and get back to Delphi.
Welcome, thank you.
And we actually want to sell some stuff first.
Something else? Bye.
Oh, fire resistance is good. Yeah. And we want to refund the skill points in the rune weapon.
Your choices have been made.
And now we can get this, and we can get the Seal of Fate. And the Seal of Fate is technically our our main boss killer now. So we switch to the staff. We put a staff into the into our second weapon slot, and we will now use the Seal of Fate to fight bosses. And the really important thing with the Seal of Fate is it has a cooldown, yeah, but you can abuse the Sacred Rage on bosses as well. So I want to cast the Seal of Fate whenever the Sacred Rage is active. Because the Sacred Rage also gives me cooldown reduction. So right now the Sacred Rage is off. Come on, hit me one more time. Nice, now we have it. And right now we don't deal that much damage with the Seal of Fate, but that will change rather soon. On the other hand, this method with the Seal of Fate is a faster kill than the method that we would use if we still had the magical charge on. So it's better to do it this way than the magical charges. Yeah, so...
Greetings, traveler. Traveler, come look at my wares.
Okay.
Always welcome.
Okay, so now we can energy regeneration per second. So yeah, from now on it's mostly just running through the enemy lines with the spear and shield, using the takedown, dashing through the enemies, and if we have a bigger group of enemies, place down the Seal of Fate, try to lure the enemies in, get some extra value from these enemies. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm here. Boom. So yeah, I won't get level 12 before I reach the Scarab. That's fine. The Scarab is also an enemy that you don't want to fight in close combat, and you don't want to fight while letting him attack you. So it's always better to have the Seal of Fate here. Also, if you walk like I'm doing it right now, you can always try to lure the small scarabs into the Seal of Fate. That's actually a no-hit. And I almost messed up with the health potion there. That's not good. I need to get another health potion. I need to get some damage again. Yeah, that's good. That's, by the way, not good. I'm dying here. No, I'm actually not dying. But right now it could be close. Yeah. As you just have seen, never try to attack the small scarabs with a Seal of Fate. That won't work. So yeah, now I got him. Oh yeah. Maybe I should take the scroll here. So yeah, let's just head further. And let's see what we can do here.
There's something out there.
So again, we take the side quest and we also complete the side quest. because we will get 2 skill points from it, and skill points are yeah, one of our main one of our most important stuff we can get. And yeah, we are fortunate that we have the battle marker right around the corner. So I think we only need 3 now. We will 4 Seal of Fates to get him. But yeah, that's it. So that's 2 more skill points on the Seal of Fate, and now we deal some serious damage. Level 8 is a little bit on the low end, level 10 is good. Best thing, of course, is level 12, but you don't always get it right away. You can't get it right away. Technically, you can get it right away if you don't use the Sacred Rage. But then again, we also use the Sacred Rage for getting some cooldown reduction. And you can get the Seal of Fate with maximum damage, but if you then don't have any cooldown reduction, it's less DPS than if you just yeah. Than if you just use a lower rank Seal of Fate with some Sacred Rage. So yeah. Actually, you don't need to. You don't have to talk with that guy. I just do it out of habit, which is actually bad. So that's 1 down. And yeah, again, these obelisks, they give a ton of experience, so it's always worth getting them. Again, I want to get some damage, get some more health. 1.4, 14 times 4 is 56, is 560 currently. So yeah, if you can calculate some of the numbers, the 40% marks in your brain, that's rather good. I know some people aren't that well in mathematics. But it's always good if you can calculate what's your current threshold is, so that you know how far you can get. And yeah, that's definitely not how far I can get. That's also a wasted experience shrine there. So yeah, again, I will go to the Sphinx later. First, I will activate the shrine, the portal here, and I will go to Fayum instead. And here in the caves, there's one. Yeah, I didn't use them. So here in the caves, you can dash for longer. Because of the stairs down, you can see enemies on a further distance, and you can use that to get longer dashes with your spear. That's one instance of which I meant with it's good to have some knowledge about the game if you want to speedrun this category efficiently. Because if you know where monsters are, especially after like stairs downwards, it gives you a good amount of yeah, a good amount of extra speed. So that looks good. I should be able to kill him with not this, but the next one.
This is locked.
That was barely in range. So let's head back to Geyser. And let's get into the Sphinx. Again, you can take some time to place some Seal of Fates, especially below the traps and the obelisks, to get some extra experience. So yeah, now let's just go for these and for that one. And for that one as well. So yeah, since I'm dealing full AoE damage, I'm trying to pull these enemies together. And I'm going to do a circle kiting method. So I'm running around them in a way that that they stay on the Seal of Fate for a longer period of time. And that actually is the best way to deal with them, because that way I can control all of the 4 enemies on the Seal of Fate, so that they all get damage. Well, actually, not all get damaged. Sometimes they seem to have, yeah, some kind of resistance against the damage, as you see with that one. He clearly should have died there. Yeah, don't even think about it. Yeah, sometimes these enemies just don't get any damage. I don't know why. So yeah, let's get back to Memphis. Again, talk to Imhotep first. And then go selling.
From foreign lands, I'm sure you will find just what you are looking for.
So,
Always welcome.
and let's go.
Why this?
You cannot open this door.
Oh yeah, again I have 4 times on health. Yeah, and now we have some really interesting stuff with the Sacred Rage. Because if I use the Sacred Rage now, if it's active, when it's activated, I have 148% movement speed. So the maximum that I can get out of it is 152 without boots. I don't have any boots, but I can get to 152% movement speed, and that's the really crazy stuff on for this route. To compare it, the the run that I did yesterday had fairly good RNG on the boots, and I went with 131 movement speed. So yeah, as I referring to the run yesterday, it's the Earth Rune-route. That one had a total of 131% movement speed, and yeah, I have even more. I didn't get any movement speed from equipment, not even a Hermes sandal. And yeah, I still have more movement speed, and on top of that I have a dash that can come really handy if I'm not messing up the dash locations. The only trade-off is, of course, that I have to keep on a low health in order to get the movement speed. But yeah, that's why this route is in general faster than the Earth route. I guess this run could be slower than the Earth run I did for the Earth route tutorial. That can be the case, but I had a really bad early game for this run. So if it's slower, then it's most likely due to this fact. So the RNG really stumped me there. Yeah, and you also see already maybe, I guess you can also see that the cooldown reduction is really handy. Because right now I almost can't spam the Seal of Fate again when it just exploded. And I'm not even on max for the time being. That was a miss. The downside for this technique, however, is the fact that I have a smaller area of effect. You will see for Typhon later that this is quite an important point. But yeah, right now we're done with Thebes.
You defeated?
So now I can afford to get some more damage. And then let's run to the next destination. So from now on I don't really need any more skill points. I have everything I need. If I get more skill points, I can place them into the masteries to get more health out of it. And it's actually better to place it in the hunting mastery than the rune mastery, because the hunting mastery gives you more health out of it. If you want to play a bit more riskier, you can place it into the rune mastery, because that gives you a bit of intelligence, and that increases your damage output by a small margin. Yeah. He just stunned me there. Okay, that's it. That's enough even. Okay, let's go to Act 2. Act 2 is done actually, and let's go to Act 3. That's what I wanted to say. So Shrine of Mastery is actually quite interesting because I now should have maximum movement speed. Yes, that's the case. Because also the Shrine of Mastery amplifies my Sacred Rage, and the Sacred Rage then with the Shrine of Mastery gives more total speed. 62% actually on cap. And yeah. 66 is the maximum movement speed bonus that we can get. We can say we get 62 with a Shrine of Mastery Sacred Rage. And another 10% from the Rune of Life, which makes it a total of 72. 66 is the cap, so yeah, running on cap with a Shrine of Mastery on. That's the Shrine of Thorns. Didn't see that correctly. Color is really hard to determine on the white floors. So yeah, and Act 3 is the most important act when it comes to knowing the dash locations. Right after the Marduk Temple, you can save so much time by just knowing good dashing locations. You will see that. Well, especially you will see that at the Great Wall of China. There are some ridiculous dashes. I really like these dashes. I discovered them back in the time when we used a similar method for the any percent route. And I'm really glad that I can now implement these strats again in the Glitchless route. Should pay a bit more attention to where am I going. Thanks. And yeah, now I'm on the long cooldown because I messed up with the... Okay, now I got it.
I have failed.
Okay, so let's get out of this. And let's just run straight to Chang'an. So yeah, it's always difficult to dash to the lower side of the screen because you have less space to take, so I normally don't do dashes to the lower side of the screen. But on the upper side of the screen I really like to do dashes. It's a rather short distance to the lower side. Also I want to dash diagonally instead of straight to the top like I did right now. That's a dash I don't really want to do. Diagonal dashes are far better because they give more space to dash through, so you can dash along a distance. So that's also one of the good dashes. And I can't even name all the good dashing locations. There are quite a few, but it's better to get to these dashing locations by yourself, to get to know these dashing locations by yourself. It's nothing I can just explain, and it's nothing that you can just memorize. It's more developing a feeling for it. So that's not nice. There we can go. Oh yeah, that's the bridge. Yep. So now we get some really neat dashes off. That's a good one. Right around the bone pile there is... Oh, there are also enemies. And there were almost always enemies. And so... Ooh, I'm out of speed. Thanks. So I already see the enemies there. That's a good dash. And that's also a really good dash. Remember, you can always dash to enemies that the character directly sees. So if there's a wall between you and the enemy that's blocking your vision, it's really likely that you can't dash to the enemy or dash around the wall to the enemy. However, when there's open space and it's more like a cliff or a gap between you and the enemy, then you can actually use the dash. And that's really important to notice when you can dash and when not. That's also something that I can teach you in a video. So yeah, that's the main reason why it's better to have an understanding of the game and know where the enemy locations are. That's the main reason. Because you can save so much time on takedown dashes. Yeah, also, if you're wondering why I'm dashing so often, of course, also the takedown benefits from the cooldown reduction that I'm having while the Sacred Rage is on. So that even allows me to dash even more often, and that's also really nice. Oops, I missed that one. Oh yeah, by the way, also I'm playing this on I'm playing the game on full screen mode. I used to play on windowed mode for streaming, but I changed to full screen back in the... Well, I actually did that, changed back to full screen back in the days when I started using the dashing strats first, because it's just... You can just operate closer to the edge of the playing field. So yeah, and now for one of the most impressive dashes. I really like this stuff. The Great Wall of China dashes are the best. They are just crazy good. 1, 2, and let's go for 3. I really like that. You can't beat the Great Wall of China faster than this. You can't run over it faster than with the dashing strats. Even the current any percent run doesn't clear it that fast. It's just ridiculous. And that's also one point. You've seen me dash 3 times on the... Well, I dashed 3 times on the Great Wall. That used to be only 2 because I didn't have the 3rd dash available for because of the cooldown cooldowns. But with the cooldown reduction of the Sacred Rage, that's possible. Because back in the day when we used these dashing strats in any percent, that was before the Ragnarok expansion was out. So back then we ran with the Haro specs as a character. And yeah. So that's the main reason. So now we're in Chang'an. And I'm dead. Because I didn't pay attention. I actually want to get a bit of damage out here. Yep. Okay, that's enough. And I shouldn't try to do that. I will drop really quickly. So yeah, I already said in the other tutorial for the other route that after the Great Wall of China it's really hard. That even applies more for this route because we basically, yeah, we count on being low on health in order to run faster. So we need to be low on health, but the enemies don't deal less damage, and yeah, they just deal a ridiculous amount of damage. So from now on, I can just fall down and die like each second. And if I even tried to use a health potion right now, I would get out of the Sacred Rage. So instead, I have to anticipate when there are enemies that will deal damage to me and kill me, and take a health potion right before that occurs. So that's the play that I'm currently doing. I'm trying to anticipate when I will die and take a health potion right before that. And yeah, that's also why I'm not dashing anymore. I just could switch back to that was a wasted health potion, because I now have to get hit at one time and one more time, and boom, I'm already in the zone again where I don't want to get hit. But yeah. And yes, that's the thing that can happen anytime from now on. Shrine of Mastery, that's nice. But yeah, I'm not even getting into the Sacred Rage anymore, because I will get there at a certain point. I'm moving that so slow that I get hit by enemies here and there, and they'll just hope that I get it down rather quick. I don't get it, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah. The bad thing is I can't really tank these enemies, but I have to, because if I don't tank these the Demon Bull will just go and kill me. Well, if I tank it, the Demon Bull will just go and kill me. If I don't tank it, it will run behind me, so it won't stay in the Seal of Fate. And that's a little bit on the tricky side. I guess I will shut up for a short time and yeah, try to get the Demon Bull down without any commentary. I really can't commentate on that while trying on that. I'm really sorry for that, but it's just the way we need to do it. Yep, that's good. Now I got him. Well, now he got me. Yeah, that's by the way why we want to have fire resistance. I have 17%. It's not bad. But it's just ridiculous how much damage you can get from this boss. I have to say, I have really bad RNG with the equipment. I have really bad RNG with the movement speed. It's really not a good run, RNG-wise. And I think I would have dumped this run like mid-Act 1, in the middle of Act 1, if this was really a personal best attempt. Because I already know back then, and I already knew back then that this wasn't going to be a good run. It's just no potential there. Now I got it. And I also failed with the health potion. So yeah, I'm just running to the store, because while I'm waiting in front of the door, I will get my damage boost anyways, and I even get more damage than I want. Yeah. So in comparison to the other run that I did yesterday, well, for you it's the other video. In comparison to that run, I have by far a worse equipment, and I really can't count on my equipment here. And that's the main reason why I get down so often. I have some runs that went far better in terms of deaths. Right now I have 13 deaths already, and I expect that to go up to 20. By the time the run ends. I guess I will be up for, yeah, I will be about 20 deaths. It's just because each single mistake almost kills you. It's just normal in this type of run. So here the Redmans. You can actually dash on them, you can dash on these guys. Let's just get some dashes out to pass through this quite a bit faster. Yeah, these pop-ups are annoying because you can't dash on them, obviously. So now we get down here, dodge the flames, and we get to the last Rebirth Fountain. Yeah, and there's one really interesting dash, because you can't dash on the Talkine, but you actually can dash on Typhon. That's really funny, because you then realize that the sprite for Typhon is far bigger than it is in the Olympus. So he shrank by a quite a margin. Yep. That damage is just fair. Could you please hit me one time, then thanks. I'm just realizing it. Hell, oh god. It's the third time I get this item. It's the third time I get the sickle. And that in a tutorial run. I really like it. Was quite obvious. So yeah, in case you're wondering, the Talkine is carrying the Sickle of Kronos. And story-wise, it's an item that the Talkine stole and used to free Typhon. But in some really rare cases, it doesn't get destroyed and he will actually drop it. And it's one of these times. We will get another Sickle of Kronos. Yeah, come on. Let me kill you. So yeah, I have to keep that. I have to keep the Sickle of Kronos. I can show it after the run. It's not that often that you can get it. As I said, I've done a couple hundred of runs and I only got it 3 times so far. Funny enough, I always got the Sickle of Kronos during speedruns, not during casual runs. So that's also interesting. Okay, so Typhon. And yes, that's the thing with Typhon. He will just randomly walk forward. And you're not able to hit him then. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. He walked me again. Okay. I also think so. Yes. I think that's fair. I think that was a fair amount of damage. Just 800 damage with a melee attack. Totally on the fair side. I actually wanted to get hit one time, by the way. So the lightning is one of the best things that he can do for me. Because the lightning deals quite a fair amount of damage. It's like 300. And I can handle this damage rather good. So I want... Yeah, I'm dead. As I said, I expect this to go up to 20. That's just normal. I'm rather lucky on the enemies right now. Because normally, if you have to get back to the platform, to the fight, some of these enemies can really block you. And some of these enemies are almost at the platform. That's not good. Come on. Yeah, that was his reflect damage. Yeah, no way to hit him like that. I have to... Yeah, so his life drain is something else. His life drain deals about 1200 damage. So it deals a little bit more damage than I get if I take a potion. So even if I take a potion, I can sometimes die from it. And it's a life drain, so he gets part of it as his own life. And that's really, really annoying. The life drain and the random walking part is the stuff that make this fight so really, really hard. Oh yeah, and the random hitboxes. I have no idea why why the fire actually... Okay, that's fair. I have no idea why the fire actually hit me. Yeah. So yeah, Typhon is one of the worst, really, really worst bosses that you can have. Actually, Typhon got a little bit... Well, the thing is, if you have seen one of the Immortal Throne 80% speedrun that I did a couple of years ago, Typhon was really, really easy back then. He one-shot me! Yep. That's fair. That's totally fair. So yeah, if you've seen some of these videos, yeah, I don't know what they did during the anniversary edition, but the devs made Typhon a harder boss with like each single patch since then. They improved his AI, well, they made his AI harder to figure out. They gave him attacks that he originally only had an epic or legendary difficulty. And it's almost impossible to fight Typhon in a glitchless setting right now. Back in the days, I would have killed him like 3 times by now. Oh yeah. Obviously that didn't hit him. Yeah. But yeah, that's time. That is obviously a faster route. I needed like 5 minutes more than the last time, than the other route. But yeah. Total deaths 20. I think in my personal best it's like... Yeah, I think like I have like 4 or 5 deaths only, which is also the same amount as I did in the run of the Earth route. And yeah, that run is like 10 minutes faster than this one. So you have a lot of potential to be faster. Actually, if you look at this equipment is like nothing. You can have like 10 times better equipment. But yeah, that's a sample run for the harder route of Titan Quest. As I said, this run is not really a good run. You can get far better RNG here, and yeah, if you want to try out this route, if you're not afraid of Typhon killing you 10 times like he did for me, then yeah, I really would like you to submit the video to the leaderboards. yeah, I've heard of many people saying, yeah, I also run Titan Quest, and none of them is actually submitting to the leaderboards. I would be really glad if the leaderboards would get a little bit more active. Also, feel free to join the Titan Quest Discord server, Speedrunning Discord server. As I said, it's in the leaderboards are linked in the description, and from there you can also, get a link to the Titan Quest Discord server. Anyways, yeah, that's for it, and I hope you get some infos from this video, and yeah, have a nice day.